Hi, my name is George Norton, and today I had a conversation with a friend of mine, David, to discuss what the world might look like after coronavirus. So I hope you enjoy what he has to say. So this is David, and he's going to be answering some questions about the world after coronavirus.
Yeah.
So the first question, David, is how will our lives change on the long term?
Well, I think just specific to our generation, I think our generation is sort of going to change in a way, in sort of a way like less focused on technology. I feel like when this is over, we'll appreciate more like real life interaction because I feel like everyone's at a loss of that right now. So I think that's one way. But then also, I feel like this whole pandemic is really going to change our like the way that we learn. I know like a lot of schools have noted like such a decrease in stress with the pass fail option that I'm just thinking that maybe like that would become like a permanent solution, like pass fail, even when things are back to normal, just because of the amount of like change that teachers have seen in student performance. Also, what else? Um, yeah, and I mean, I guess just personally, it has been very like eye opening and very just like shows me like how privileged I am to like have food, but then to also um, like just sort of have the luxury of like disconnecting myself from the whole pandemic isn't a luxury that a lot of people have.
Yeah. So you think even though now everything is like incredibly technology centered, especially without being able to interact, you think like when this is all over, people will be less focused on that?
No. I think people will still be focused on technology. I think it'll just sort of like alter our like mindsets of like Gen Z and like our generation to focus more on like just take a step back and sort of like live less connected. But I definitely do think that like this has tested our technology, like tested our like innovation a lot. So I think like there's the two sides to it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, question two. How will COVID change our thinking or practices around key issues like climate change, healthcare, hunger, etc., or any global problems that you want to bring up?
Um, well, I think just across the board, people are gonna, I would say, like be more cautious and be more and prepare more for the future. Like the generation like to come will see like the flaws in the healthcare system, the flaws. So I think that would be a very good. I think it's going to be something that changes the most. And I feel like I personally, I don't think that this is going to impact ideology on like the way people think towards climate change. That's just a personal. I see it more as like a food and healthcare issue, but yeah. Also, I feel like I don't know if this is related, but I feel like it could sort of change like how the world is connected. You know, just because we saw it move so quickly that I mean, I don't want to like speculate, but who knows if it would like have a impact on the way that we fly or the way that we go through countries, go through borders.
Yeah. Last question. How will COVID change the way that we relate to each other and to the world?
Um, well, I don't want to say that everyone can relate to everything because I feel like this situation is so personal and so it varies so much based on like your where you live, like which country, which state, how much money you have, like your like public school, private school, you know, like there's so many variables that change your experience.
Yeah.
So I feel like on some level there is a like common thing that we can all relate to and all empathize with, but it also sort of really shows like the divide between the classes and the divide like just so many like divides in our world.
Do you think coming out of this that'll bring more attention towards addressing those, or just further like separate people after having such different experiences?
I think it should. I mean, like I know the wealth gap is increasing a lot, But I don't know, I feel like just as humans, it would be so easy for people to just like go back to normal, to how it was, and without sort of questioning it. But I think that some people, and that people should like show how unequal it was for everyone involved. What was the original question? I had like a second part, but
How will coronavirus change the way that we relate to each other and to the world?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I kind of spoke about this earlier, but I guess it doesn't really answer the question, but just like the way in which that the world is connected might change. And also I feel like in a way it could possibly make more of a divide between countries, like a more, like countries will feel like further, like more foreign.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, David.
Yeah, no problem.